Hey y'all, Pigeon Forge Ride Run 2017 and Classic Restorations of Southern Indiana's got their latest build here, a 66 Mustang Convertible I think you're all gonna enjoy. Let me get the camera turned around and we'll take a quick look at it. Dustin, you did it again, brother. What an awesome Mustang.
Thank you, Scotty. It's good seeing you.
You too, man. We didn't get to, you out campaigning that truck everywhere last year, and I didn't get to see you much.
Yeah, we've been a place or two. Been traveling a whole lot, putting a few miles on the tow rig, but doing very well with the truck.
And we got the Mustang in front of us, but how did the truck end up doing?
Truck ended up doing very well. Did well on the ISCA circuit. Ended up finishing third overall in that in the championship finals. So real pleased with that.
No, it turned out really nice. Much like this Mustang in front of us. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, it's a little 66 convertible we built for a customer, Terry Miner, out of Columbus, Indiana. He came to us. He had bought the car several years ago. It was a running, driving, complete car, older restoration. Was having trouble every time he'd drive it, it'd lose alignment. And he threw a bunch of new parts at it, you know, factory parts and things, and he'd go out and rip on it a couple times, and sure enough, it'd start driving bad again. So you know, we started off with a complete fast track chassis underneath of it, and then he kind of wanted the car to appear original. Him and his wife, you know, liked the way it looked. They liked all the emblems on it and all that. That's what we gave him. You know, we got basically a bone stock looking car, and as I say, it's a stallion and pony clothing.
At a quick glance, you look at it, and it looks like a 66 Mustang Convertible, a very nice one. What condition was it in when you got it?
It was very rough, and that was part of the problem of the handling issue. You know, the frame rails were rotted on it. Whoever put the new suspension underneath of it, they had nothing to attach it to. It was rotted, that far gone.
No.
You know, how the car drove and held together.
So it was unsafe when it showed up?
Oh, very unsafe, very unsafe.
Yeah.
We had to put, you know, new quarter panels, new doors, new tail panel, new hood.
What stock? What was original? What were you able to save?
Original, not a whole lot. Some of the inner structure, we did reuse the deck lid. We reused the front fenders, and some of the valances and things we were able to reuse, but other than that, it's all new reproduction parts that we painstakingly cut and made fit the way we wanted it to fit, and kept the body gaps, you know, the way we wanted them. And you know, these cars didn't fit well from the factory. You know, they built over 1 million of them, and they were just getting them out the door, and they didn't care back then. So we made sure that everything fit, and the finish was to our standards and to our quality, and but still kept that factory look.
Yeah, no, it turned out beautiful, and that color, everybody's going to want to know, what color is that?
Well, that is actually a custom mix that we come up with. We were spraying out some test panels, and we sprayed this color on a couple pieces, and I knew that was the color that he wanted. You know, he told me he wanted kind of a dark ruby red kind of color, so that's what we come up with, and we call it Classic Cabernet is what we're calling it.
Does PPG offer it now?
They do not, but I still have all the codes and the paint mix, so if anybody wants it, they can gladly come through us, and I can...
Now, when he says come through him, he means have a car built through him.
That's right.
And you can get one painted.
That's right.
That color. Don't just give him a jingle on the phone going, hey, what's that code, Dustin? Let me have that.
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
not how that's going to work.
That's not how that works. You got to come to us, and we'll make whatever you want that color.
Man, it looks good in here. Tell me about that.
Yeah, the interior, once again, carrying that factory theme. We took it up to our good buddy, Darren Cutter, up at Cutter's Hot Rod Interiors out of Dillsboro, Indiana. He did us an excellent job on this one. It had an aftermarket seat in it whenever the customer brought it to us, so we kept those, but got rid of the headrest and reshaped them a little bit. And then, of course, Darren covered it in this beautiful black leather, and this is actually what they call a cool touch leather. So
I got that in the Mustang.
Yeah,
I got that in my Mustang.
Now that dead heat of the sun when the top's down, you know, you're not going to burn yourself when you sit down in it.
That's a Mercedes-Benz product, and it's real leather. It's a coating that keeps the leather from heating up. It comes in different colors than black, folks, but let me tell you, it's amazing stuff.
It is, and it is very pleasant in the summertime to have. Now, the other parts in there that are black, they're going to still get hot, but right. But at least the leather that you're sitting on isn't. We were able to, like I said, keep the factory look, got the original dash pad on there. The instrument clusters from Classic Instruments, which fits right in the factory Mustang gauge bezel. It's running a T5 manual transmission, and we were able to keep a factory looking shifter with a factory style shift knob, but it's got the 5-speed pattern on there. All flat floors in there, with everything looks very stock.
It does. It looks good in here.
Yep. Yeah, the trunk, just wanted it very simple. He plans to throw his golf clubs in the back and go to the golf course every now and then, so didn't want to get too fancy, just some simple panels and black to tie in with the interior, and went on down the road.
Right on. Still very usable.
That's right, very usable. We wanted to carry that factory look. He wanted it to look original on the outside, so we carried that theme right on into the engine compartment. Obviously, with the front full frame underneath of it, we were able to get rid of the shock towers. So there's a lot more room under here than a stock car. But the engine started as a 289, and then it was bored and stroked to a 347 cubic inch. Got a full Edelbrock top end kit, which included their aluminum heads, intake, cam, valve train, etc. on that. Motor's good for about 450 horse. Of course, as you can see, it's painted that nice Ford factory blue under there. Still with the steel valve covers. We took original style air cleaner and cut it up pretty extensively and sucked it down over top of the Holley fuel injected. So yes, you heard me right, it is fuel injected underneath there, even though it looks like it's carbureted. Of course, full MSD electronic ignition in there, so it's all the modern amenities, but looks like the 1966 289 set underneath there.
So there you go, from the 2017 Pigeon Forge Rod Run Spring Edition and the ScottieDTV Dirty Dozen. One very cool 66 Mustang classic restorations of Southern Indiana. Hope you all have enjoyed it. See ya! Hey y'all, don't forget to visit ScottieDTV.com for more cool content and an easy way to search the hundreds of videos I have posted. Either click the link in the description or the logo at the end of this video.